So as you can see in front of me here, we have two that wasn't what I was starting with, Luke. Stock system is pants. And JP has just ruined everything because he's an idiot.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and check out our other videos. Aston Martin Vantage.
Pause.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Adil and today we have some gorgeous sunshine as well as a massive treat for you. This is the Aston Martin Vantage and it's about to embark on an absolute epic journey and have the Cambridge Car Audio treatment.
How we doing, guys? My name's Luke and here we are with another audio upgrade. This one is for an Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Now, stock system is pants. So we're here to do a wicked job and get this sounding absolutely brilliant to match the looks of the car, as you'll see. So what we're starting with, we're going with a Hertz Melee Legend front end freeway. This is going to bring some power. And then for the rears, now this car doesn't actually have any rear speakers, so we're going to build a full custom enclosure and we're going to just order some Voce. That's just going to bring in some nice rear infill and it's just going to sound great like a surround sound effectively. And then for power wise, we've got our mono amp, that's going to power our 10-inch shallow sub, again going to go in that enclosure. And then we've got a 12-channel Forza processor, which JP has just ruined everything because he's an idiot. Yeah, processor, right. Yeah. Now, along with that, as you know, which we always do, we go for a lot of sound deadening. This car's in particular having 80 sheets, so this is going to go everywhere. It's going to go in the floors, door cards. It's going to reduce road noise. It's going to create a wicked environment for all this sound to be playing through the car. We also have a DRC. This is basically like a sub-controller, or we can change the listening position, different tuning setups, whichever the customer decides, we can do that for him. So yeah, let's crack on, let's get the car stripped out. Right, so we've now got all this stripped out and our plan is to get a nice big sub box in here. Now this is going to be tricky because usually the factory is down this side here under this, behind this panel, but we've got the task of building it up here. Now looking online, we didn't really see anyone who's done it up there, so I think we'll be one of the first. So first things first, we need to take down what the recommended volume of the box is. That way I can then figure out the minimum and maximum values I can go so for it to fit along this panel. Because remember, I've also got a mid and a tweeter going either side. So yeah, so I'll figure that out, do some maths, then get in the wood room and start chopping. Right, so that's the sub box itself in. Now, I've gone for this shape here just to, again, add to more of the curvature following along the lines from the center console. Then I've also made just a little housing for the tweeter and the mid to go on either side. We've got one this side and we're gonna have one this side. Now, I didn't want to go for a flat panel. This is because I wanted to add depth across the vehicle and also just to add a bit more curvature. So because of the way this steps back, I'm going to go for a nice big beauty panel, and it's going to be one big panel, follows the curves, and it's going to cover the whole lot. This will just make the car look a lot nicer. It will make everything blend in a little more, and also it will just cover up some of these gaps along here, and again, it's just going to make everything just blend into the car a lot easier. So I'm going to have to get the fiberglass kit out and get messy. like a glove. Perfect. Right, so this isn't finished. However, there's still a couple of bits to do, but this is the basic shape we've got. As you can see, we've got everything blending in very nicely here now. And you're probably wondering why we've got these two lumps on there compared to the original sub box behind. This is because from factory, now this is the Aston, a bit of leather with the nice stitching of the badge on there. So this is to sit over it nicely, and then this will then get tucked underneath between this little slat I've cut out there. So yeah, so far so good. I've still got a few bits to do, sort the recesses out a bit better for the mids and tweeters either side. A couple of bits more shaping, especially for under here, just to bring it into that paneling, just so it makes it more seamless. So yeah, bit more filling, bit more painting, and then we'll be ready to wrap it all up. Right, so as you can see, the sub box is back out the car. Now this is because after doing the beauty panel, I realized that because it's such a tight fit, it's going to cause a lot of rattles between, obviously we've got the MDF of this and we've got the MDF of the panel, and it's just so tight, it's just going to cause vibrations and it's going to kind of just make a nasty noise. So solution, carpet. We're just going to carpet it all off, the sub box that is, and also the two enclosures for the mids and tweeters. So then it's a case of I've got my knife, let's get trimming. Okay, so in front of me now I have two sets of speakers. We've got the mid-bass and the mid-range. Now to my right, this is what's come out the car, and to my left, this is the Cambridge Car Audio way. So first things first we have to do, we always take it out, we strip the wiring out as you can see, and then we replace it with our own with nice XT connectors. So these connectors are super secure, they're super quick, and they're just very handy. So first things first we do is we take out these speakers. Now as you can see, this is the mid bass. These are very small, not good. However, our ones, this is the Hertz Melee Legend, is a lot bigger. So you're probably wondering how we fit these into the enclosure. So with the help with Carl, or I think actually in this case it's JP Legend, we have these printed off. So these just literally drop into place. These are all custom designed and made in-house, and then we take our speaker and then this fits directly over the top. Now as you can see with this, we've also got the grille on. Because it's in the footwell, we obviously need a bit of protection for the speaker, especially when a car like the Aston Martin. There's tight for space behind there, so we need all the protection we can get. And the same is with the mid-range. Speaker out, another little adapter, and this bolts straight into position, and then R1 goes straight over the top, like so. Simple. Now, the next job then after this, we will be moving on, testing everything, get everything in, and just make sure the system is all good and happy, and then we can start building the car back up again. So as you can see, we've made a start on the soundproofing in the door. Now you've probably heard, if you've watched the channel before, Adil's talked about the importance of the soundproofing. This just creates a better sound environment, especially in the door, nice and solid. So we're going to do that throughout the whole car. Now we've got 80 sheets to go in, so we'll be putting that on the floor, up in the ceiling, all along the back where the sub box is, and this will just go everywhere. So I'm going to crack on, I'm going to put all the rest of the speakers in, and I'll catch back up with you. Right, so in my hand here we have a DRC controller. Now this can do multiple things. It can do anything from changing your sub levels, so you can bring it down, turn it up. You can change it to driving positions, different time alignments. We can do anything you want basically with it. It's a really handy bit of kit. Now usually what we do is we install it somewhere within ease of reach. So this would be, in this case, in the center console. So what I've done is, inside this little panel inside the center console, I've basically fixed it inside, and then this will then just go in, clip into position, and this is now blends in quite well with the car. Easy to reach, easy to change any settings if you want to change any settings to customer. And yeah, let's get it in the car.
So the Aston Martin Vantage is now complete with the Cambridge car audio treatment. I've done all the tuning. It sounds absolutely bonkers in here. The client had basically the stock system in here. So the tweeters were on top of the dashboard, the mid-ranges, the mid-basses were underneath the floor, and no rear speakers and no designated sub. So that is, a lot of that has all changed. So the front end of this car is the Hertzmiller Legend range. So we've got the Hertzmiller Legend tweeter OEM locations, Hertzmiller Legend mid-range in the OEM location, then the mid-bass driver, which is the Hertzmiller Legend 6.5-inch mid-bass. Was actually quite a lot of work to get in to OEM locations underneath the pedals and underneath the passenger footwell, so it's literally all completely hidden. Moving in over to the rear, so at the back of the vehicle there was in essence no sound whatsoever. There was no rear speakers and no designated sub, but that has all changed. In basically this, on the Vantage, if you own one of these cars you'll know, but basically you've got quite a few different sections to the boot. This bottom section, where kind of just behind my arm here, behind the seats, kind of a bit of dead space for our client. He wasn't really using it, so what we've actually done is built a fully custom enclosure. This is to allow for a Hertz shallow mounted 10-inch sub. So a lot of the systems that you can get that we've seen other people do and stuff, they put the sub in the kind of OEM location down at the bottom, which is absolutely fine. However, it does limit a little bit in terms of amount of quality of product you can put in. That is just physical dimension, so it is an option. So if you don't like this design or wanted something different, or you use that space, that can actually, we can put a different sub in and we can go into the OEM location down on behind the passenger seat, and that builds a custom enclosure in that location. However, this is really unobtrusive. You don't really know that it's there. Your armrest is not limited whatsoever, and it kind of takes up a bit of space that's not really used. This has also allowed us to add in rear speakers as well. So we're using the Audison Voce range for that. We added the tweeter and the 3-inch mid-range, just a little bit of a surround, a little bit more clarity around the whole system and give a little bit more volume as well. But also on the grille, we've done our special touch, which is a resin printed Aston Martin logo in replacement of the Hertz logo, which looks absolutely bonkers and gives it that OEM plus look. It looks absolutely fantastic in here. Front end of the car sat here looking forward, all stock. Then you've got that rear section which fully custom built, looks absolutely bonkers. Luke has done a bonkers job of that. It looks absolutely fantastic, but the big thing is it sounds absolutely bonkers as well. And so we've got 2 amps in the system, 2 from the Audison Forza range, and then that basically sits inside the system, and that is actually mounted in a custom enclosure which you probably saw Luke talk about earlier down behind the passenger seat. So overall, a really fantastic install. Luke's absolutely smashed this one out of the park. Looks incredible, sounds absolutely brilliant, but don't take my word for it. You guys are now actually going to be able to listen to the system. So I'm going to play a couple of tracks for you. You guys will be able to experience it for yourselves. But these sorts of things never come across as brilliantly as they do in person. So it is always worth, if you're interested in having a system done, come by and visit me, see the whole facility, see the process, see everything going on live. We showcase everything, we don't hide anything. Our workshop, you can walk all the way through it. We show you around every single job that we've got going on, just explaining the level of detail that we go to behind the scenes. And that is the foundation of why we have grown to where we have, but also the level of detail and why clients travel nationally as well as internationally to ourselves here at Cambridge Car Audio. So without further ado, let's bring on the Cambridge Car Audio sound.
It's always see, we're on and off, and we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me, already enough not to lose the game. The darkest night is always see.
Dream about money, about a big house, but all I want is you. Your touch of fire when you love me, desirable to table. Yeah, all I want is you. We are all the same, fame, attention, confirmation. Why do we care? What is it worth? What is it worth?
The depth is so good. This is also good.
Somewhere nobody must have duties and all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me.
You can surely tell by that. It sounds absolutely bonkers in here, and the top end is just so clear. The Hertz Ledger mids and tweeters are just working so nicely, but also those rear fill actually add a hell of a lot to the system. I'm absolutely in love with the system. It sounds absolutely lovely in here. The 10-inch sub kicks perfectly, and it's quite a nice distance away from you. Some of the Aventadors and stuff we've done, they come a lot closer. This actually just sits a little bit further back, and it makes a really nice difference. But yeah, I mean, just over the moon with the finished results. It sounds wicked in here. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. You've seen not only the process that this car has taken with the Cambridge Car Audio treatment, but you've also been able to experience it for yourself, kind of thing. I mean, sound is one of those things. Everyone's different in what they want. We still have the ability to tune this system with our client if they want it. But I mean, it's just bonkers in here. The difference from stock to where we are now is absolutely mind-blowing. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.